that's Monster BT 99.5. That was Cuatro with Hindi Na Ba Maibabalik. They're actually one of the pioneer featured artists for indie ground. And I still listen to that song. I mean, if in case, Cuatro, if in case you're listening and you had a spike in streams for that specific song, that would be me. I constantly listen to that song together with other OPM songs when I go to the gym. So and I'm there every day. So so that's that. And we are again back here on the slam. We still have Khail Solo with us. Joining us today, and hello, Khail. How's the experience so far?
It's okay. I hope you guys enjoy that one.
I'm sure they did. And also, are you not too nervous? Because I noticed that you were shaking a bit earlier. But again, it's. I'm sure you're quite used to crowds. Not yet, though.
It's the radio part that I'm still not used to. It's been a while since I've been in one.
Okay, but crowds, you're okay with it, especially when performing.
It depends.
All right. So I guess usually we assume now, you've been you've been performing in a way for quite a while. Though it sort of stopped. Everything stopped during the pandemic, and now the music industry is in full bloom. We had Maria and Jay Florence a couple of weeks back. And, for the monsters out there, just a quick announcement. I mean, Maria and Jay Florence will be in Cebu next week. So and also for those who want to, they'll also be interviewed in Monster Radio Cebu. So I'm just happy that I'm able to, help out our local artists here in Davao in reaching, new heights and in being able to perform in different places. So that's Maria and Jay Florence. If you remember them, they're the two cuties who went here, and the song is Ugma Mamatay Rata, which is Simakwa. So anyway, Khail, let's talk about your musical influences. I mean, it is very evident in your in Puso at Kaluluwa. It sounds very much like the 90s. But growing up, how did you identify as a music listener? What were who were basically your influence?
Well, I have no choice with who plays on the radio because every morning when I wake up, it's always the Beatles. It's always Motown, and whenever I wanted to listen to something new, they wouldn't let me listen to it. But somehow I'm very much thankful for that experience because it made me realize that even if I wasn't really attuned to those types of songs back then, it became part of who I am now because of that.
Let me ask, if you don't mind me asking, because you mentioned Beatles, Motown. So I'm assuming you live with parents. Is this parents or grandparents?
Both.
Both. Okay, and then those are the things that they listen to. How old is Khail Solo, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 32 years young.
Oh, all right. So I was okay. Now I'm still your ate in that case. So it was in Motown. So basically, I might be wrong. 60s, 70s.
Yep.
Okay.
That was the 30s. That was the 30 years ago. From 30 years ago, and now the one that we grew up with are the 30 years old songs now.
Oh, yeah? That's right. So basically, because every time when we say 90s babies or whatnot, we would still assume that it's just 10, 15 years back. But when in fact it has been 30 plus years. So we're basically off the calendar. You and I, and then eventually when you found your own type of music, who were the artists that you actually listened to?
Like I said, I listened to a lot, and it's basically, I did not put the two and two. I did not put two and two together. But most of the songs have been produced by the same guys.
Okay.
Which is Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, and then when Neo, Rihanna came out, Chris Brown, there was Stargate. Basically, they were those types of producers and songwriters
Mm-hmm.
that are really into melodic type of songs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I identify doing those types of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Which is the songs from the early 2000s, yes?
Like the late 2000s.
Oh, is it late 2000s?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Mid to late
Oo nga,
2000s.
sa bagay, no? Early 2000s, we still had basically the not hold on. I'm trying to I should remember this because this is part of my job, but I don't know. Oh my god, hold on, I cannot remember. Let me check out my cheat sheet. So we have a show every Wednesday, it's Alright Wednesdays, and where we play songs from the 90s and the early 2000s. So usually we'd have those kind of music. So usually my brand, the mga...
Oh.
Is it?
Dark Child. Was it him? Or Timbaland?
Yeah, I guess. Pero yeah, but I am sort of familiar with them. Though it doesn't show. My references are not really present at the moment. But yeah, so those are your influences in music growing up.
Yeah.
Yes? Now, how do you want to be remembered as Khail Solo? So since we have you here on the show, I mean, I'm sure the monsters, would want to remember you by something. Like, how do you, basically, how would you be described as an artist?
I'm really I don't want to jinx it or anything, or I don't want people to say that okay, so this is what he is.
Mhm.
We'll see about that or something like that. But basically, most of the things that I'm doing is they're basically because most of the time the mainstream sound is very saturated, and I would like to be the person to make people remember that there's this kinds of sounds. Maybe you should take a look at it again. Maybe there's something missing from what you're hearing now, and that's what I would like to offer to everyone.
I would agree. Like a
Yeah.
variety to what they're listening to right now. And I think I think you're doing a good job. Again, it was one of the first things that I noticed when I reviewed all the artists that we had for the month, and I was like, this guy is different. So I would like to hear him in person. So it's either I would go to some of your gigs or we would have you here on the show. And I did the latter. So that. And now let's talk about your second song.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
I believe this is not yet released. Yes?
Yep. It hasn't been yet.
Oh wow, so this is gonna be a Monster exclusive then.
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright. So tell us about this song, Khail. So second song is called
Paninindigan.
Okay, Paninindigan.
Yeah.
Alright. So tell us about Paninindigan.
Okay, it's just so funny. I mean, this is kind of based on an experience somehow. But then I took it to a different place. That's what's happened to it. This is actually about those times because back then, when around the time that I was making the song, I got depression, and then and then another thing is that I got very what's this? I had heavy anxiety at that time. So with that, it comes with it's very hard for you to sleep because the intrusive thoughts are gonna keep coming in, and it's just gonna jab you and something like that without warning. And so, what was the first line of the song? Oh yeah. Anyways, but the second verse of the song, maybe that was where I started it from. I mean, the starting point for the song. And then music inspiration wise, there was this guy. His name is Jeff Burnett. I have no idea if you guys know that one, but he's I believe he's a YouTube singer, just like Albert Poses, and then who's this other guy, Gabe Bondo. I think they were
Like he does covers?
Yeah, Gabe Bondo. Yeah, that's him. But anyways,
Okay.
Jeff Burnett. There was a song of his was playing, and then my mom thought that that was mine, and so yeah, so I kind of made the what's this the music inspired from that song of his. So yeah, I think it was so fun because I think I'm kind of proud of this one because from Pusod Kaluluwa, I could say for myself that maybe the lyrics were too juvenile because I was still starting out that time. But around the time that I was writing Paninindigan, I mean I've been using things that I could not before. Songwriting wise, so yeah.
So this is like the new and improved Khail Solo.
Yeah, and this is why that was the reason why it was important for me to look back into those old songs and then bring new life to them, so that as a way of looking back and then knowing where to go forward.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Just like the Filipino saying na ang di lumingon sa pinanggalingan, hindi makararating sa paranoan. It's like that.
And then maybe some listeners are maybe some people who are curious, why is he doing old stuff? And then for me, it's not because I don't like to listen to the new stuff, but because I do. And then I think it's really important to know where things were before, so that you would understand where things are now, especially with R&B, because OPM is very rock oriented. And then here it is. Looking back at the 90s, we only have the Youth Callers. We have Gary V. We have, of course, South Border, Freestyle. We have those, but there's Giants. But basically, rock was huge.
Yes, I would agree.
Rock is huge. So and then sometime around the early 2010s, here comes who's that? Oh my God, he's gonna be so mad at me.
Chris Lawrence? Is it JR?
No. The other one who. Di ko maipaliwanag.
Oh!
He's gonna be so mad at me. Because he was one of my mentors for Himig Handog and Phil Pop. Oh man. I'm sorry. Thyro.
Oh yeah.
Hi Ty.
Yeah.
Because and then he blew up, and then people started to make more songs that are like that. But then I was thinking maybe they jumped off into a place in R&B that's already established without knowing why it came to be this way. So that was what I was trying to offer. Yeah.
And is this like our is this reflective in Paninindigan? Like, is this what we're gonna be hearing?
Of course.
All right. Well, let's go ahead.
I do hope so.
Well, yeah. I enjoyed the first song, just like the Monster. So let's go ahead and check out Paninindigan by Khail Solo. So again, since this is the first time that this is going to be heard, then it is a Monster exclusive. Thank you for giving us the honor to listen to it first. So again, let's hear it from Khail Solo with this new song called Paninindigan.
Saan ka na naman papunta? Di ko lang alam kung makakayo pa ditong puso isipan. Matagal ka nang pinaglaban. Alam mo bang ilang araw na ako'y nabihag na ng paghihinala na ikaw ay may nakilala. Kung saan kumakyapi ang bahid ng nararamdaman kong paghihinayang sabihin mo sa'kin ngayon. Oh, puso'y di na alam kung saan dapat paluluyan. Oh, parang nang matapanan ko'y nahihirapan. Paano kung patitignan kung ako lang ang masasaktan sa huling ating dalawa kung hanggang may paninindigan. Ito na naman nangangamba na ako'y mahihirapan ng makatulong kahit na ikaw ay nandito Di na ba'y nangilahulan ang tamis ng damdamin sabihin kung paano natuto magpanggap na di ka nagbago kung saan kumakapit ang bahid na nararamdaman kong paghihinayang sabihin mo sa'kin kung paano na to. Di na alam kung saan dapat palumayan. Parang ang mata parang nahihirapan. Paano ko patitignan kung ako lang ang masasama sa amin at sa ating dalawa kung hanggang may paninindigan.
Alright! Wow! Thank you so much, Khail SOLO, for introducing us to Paninindigan. So hopefully we will be hearing this soon. Maybe after a few months.
So
we're just gonna, we're just gonna enjoy Pusa at Kaluluwa for now. And then hopefully soon Paninindigan. So, alright, so I'm sure the monsters would like to know, after hearing those two songs, where can we find you? Or your socials, or basically where can we find you?
You can find me on my TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, and just look for Khail. It's Khail SOLO. And then sometime at the end of September, we're gonna have an what should I call this?
What's the name of the event? Na lang.
It's called Soul Summit, and then it's one of the initiatives to to have the other R&B artists here in Davao who I think are still bedroom artists.
Musicians.
Yeah. So that they would be there and meet everyone, and then they would know that there's a place for them soon. And then one of the things is because that particular Soul Summit is special because it's gonna be the first time we're gonna have a soul cipher, and then which is basically we're gonna freestyle over a beat, so just the same as what the hip hop guys usually do, but instead of rapping, we have to sing it.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
That sounds exciting. So when is this happening?
On September 27th.
Okay, so if you want to check out the details of the event in itself, you can check out Khail SOLO's Facebook page. Again, it's
Khail SOLO.
Khail SOLO.
Yeah.
And then what else? Do you have anyone who's logged in right now? Do you want to greet them, shout outs or whatnot? Go ahead, Khail.
Okay. First and foremost, I would like to greet Mike, Sir Sandy, and every one of the guys, and especially I would also like to shout out to all of my fellow September featured artists here in the ground. Hi guys, let's keep on supporting each other, and everybody from from my side of my family who's listening right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
who's
So-
listening right now? Be specific, Khail. Mommy, daddy.
Yeah, my mom and for sure my aunt. She's a big fan of my. And then basically everybody who I know is listening right now, who are mostly silent supporters.
Yes.
Yeah.
So again, thank you so much, Khail, for joining us today here on the Slam. And let's support Khail SOLO again, Facebook and TikTok.
Yep.
And Instagram.
Instagram.
Yes. So Khail Solo. So hopefully we'll have him again on the show siguro after a few months. And again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we'll be back again with more of your favorite rock and alternative music here on the Slam. So again, continue sending in those requests and shoutouts. Text line 0995 853 7110, socials at Monster BT 995.